Hey guys, Shana Boyer with Spectrum Real Estate Consultants at Keller Williams Realty. Wanted to make a quick video for my service industry people. I personally was a bartender and a server for years before taking the leap, and I honestly believe that it's one of the reasons why this was such an easy transition for me. So a couple of things that I want to talk about, why right now might make a lot of sense if you've ever considered transitioning into a new career, especially into real estate. A couple things to consider in that transition. Want to talk briefly about long-term goals. What's your end game in serving or bartending versus what it might look like in real estate, and why real estate could make a lot of sense from a financial perspective. So first and foremost, COVID has obviously thrown everybody for a loop in 2020. A lot of my service industry friends are underemployed or unemployed. And the unfortunate truth is they don't know if or when they're going to be going back to work. A lot of the businesses and establishments that they used to work for may not ever be reopening. So in my world, nobody tells me if I get to go to work today. That's up to me. And that is hugely put into perspective by all of that has happened this year, right? Another kind of neat thing that's come out of COVID is that many of us, as well as many of you, have been able to collect unemployment, which most likely will never happen again with what we do and in our world, right? So if you are still collecting, why not use your time wisely? And while you have income still coming in, why not focus on that pivot and making that transition now into whatever new career, you've been considering. Now, service industry forever. Is it something that you have in your long-term plans, right? What's your retirement plan? Does the company or the establishment or the bar or restaurant that you work for, do they offer benefits? Do they offer health insurance? What's the trade-off there? It's super easy to bartend somewhere you love and then 10 years later you're like, shit, I don't have any savings, or what am I going to be doing for retirement? So definitely things to consider regardless, but something that you might have more opportunity here. And why consider real estate? I obviously have a very biased opinion, but I personally believe that some of the best realtors I know came from the service industry or worked in the service industry in some capacity at some point in their lives. So you already have all of the soft skills that transfer directly into this world, right? You're typically already a people-oriented person. You relate well to people. You understand punctuality, how important it is to be personable, how important it is to relate to people, and the direct relation between that and your paycheck. You also understand the direct relation between your time, energy, and effort, what you put in and what you get out. You know that hustle equals dollars, and you understand how to work that to your benefit, right? You know how to put a smile on your face and get the job done, or else you're not going to get paid. Right? So the other thing to talk about too is you know how to manage your money on a cash day-to-day basis, because that's how you're used to getting paid. A paycheck for somebody in the service industry is ridiculous. We make like $4 and change an hour or something completely silly, right? So if anything, it covers the taxes and stuff that you have to pay. But most salary or hourly employees, that's their biggest challenge in coming into my world, is the, oh my God, I'm giving that up, where you already know how to manage your money, hopefully. So best way to think about it is, rather than turn and burn, how many people can I get in and out of my section tonight? How high can I get their checks? That way my tips reflect that. You're building a relationship with somebody for a longer term for a much bigger payout. Now, when we talk about dollars and cents and put dollars to paper, the median sales price in Rhode Island from January through October of 2020, these are real numbers, was $311,940, so around 300 grand. The average brokerage fee collected on that sales price, $7,798.50. So almost $7,800 for selling one property, okay? So that means that if you sold on average one house per month, that's 12 houses per year, you would clear $93,582 in brokerage fees. 93 grand, guys. That's before expenses and taxes, etc. But do you know what you really make in 12 months serving or bartending? Not just what you claim. And now that's only on average one house per year. On our team, our agents average 24 or more. I personally average between 40 and 50, just to put that in perspective for you. So something else worth talking about, the schedule, right? You already work a crazy schedule. Your AM shift starts at 11 and ends at 5, okay? So the schedule's already nuts. Coverage typically sucks. I know that the last bar that I worked at, well, I loved my patrons and I loved the people that I worked with. It didn't matter if I was dying on the bathroom floor. Nobody was showing up for my shift. Never mind if I wanted a vacation and had to find coverage. So in real estate, you get to make your own schedule. You just have to plan around it. And never mind if you decide to work with a team, that support's already built in. Now, there's a super low cost and barrier of entry into my industry, admittedly so. On average, it costs about $300 for you to take your pre-licensing class. They can all be done online now because of COVID. Another little benefit to COVID. It costs about $80 to take your exam. You can take it as many times as you need to pass. And I mean, that it's not rocket science. And now so those costs, including your association dues and the other fees it takes just to get up and running, you realistically can become a licensed realtor for less than $2,000. I don't know a single other industry where for less than $2,000, you can become a licensed person with literally no income ceiling. No ceiling. You make as much money as you want. You get out what you put in. It's completely nuts, guys. You tell me another industry where that works that way. So next time, the next video that I make, I'm going to be talking about other opportunities in the real estate world that don't necessarily involve sales or directly selling houses. A lot of people don't realize that there are opportunities there as well. I mean, I said I average between 40 to 50 houses per year. I definitely don't do that on my own, God willing. But so my service industry people, I love you. I feel for you. My heart bleeds for you. I want to see you all succeed. I sincerely think that there's a tremendous opportunity in my world for you. If it's something that you want to talk about or explore, please call me, text me, email me, whatever works best for you. Shana Boyer at Spectrum Real Estate Consultants at Keller Williams Realty. You can catch me on my cell, 401-623-1037. That's 401-623-1037. Thanks so much for listening, guys. I appreciate you all. I hope everybody stays well, stays safe, and I wish you all prosperity coming into 2021. Take care.